Hi guys, it's Mew2King. Many of you are probably wondering what types of characters I like in this game. So I've had a chance to mess with a lot of characters, and I've narrowed it down a little of characters I like and characters I'm less interested in. So I'm going to talk about the ones that I'm currently interested. Note that this obviously will change with time. Some will be removed, some might be added, but this is where I am at the current moment in time of what I'm feeling out. So I'm going to start with the upper left corner, and then I'm going to go down. So Donkey Kong's one of the characters that I actually used to main in Smash 4, especially when he got his Ding Dong. Now the Ding Dong's been removed, but I feel the character's still solid. He has some clear weaknesses, but I feel like he's very similar to the last game. Like you can still do a lot of the edge guarding, besides like the hoo-ha thing. Oh, no, sorry, the Ding Dong being gone. I feel like he's not too different. So it feels like a lot of stuff transfers over. Is he better than last game? I'm not sure. I would say he's probably comparable to the last game, but the fact that I was already good at him in 4. It seemed to transfer over, so he's definitely a character I would consider. Captain Falcon I also enjoyed a lot in 4, but I feel like he's been nerfed in this game. He had some buffs, but I feel like he had more nerfs than buffs in my personal opinion, particularly on like the down throw, for example, and then like the jab seems smaller, and there's a few other things. I feel like his old forward smash was better, so I actually feel like the old Falcon was better than the new Falcon. However, I still like Captain Falcon, and he's someone I wouldn't rule out completely. Especially if he somehow got buffed, I would definitely consider him even more. Marth and Lucina, everyone's pretty much telling me give those characters a shot. And of course, I'm decent with them, like, because I'm good with them because of Melee. So obviously you get used to the differences. It's still like the same character, but like a worse version of Melee and like a different version. I actually think people are overrating them slightly, because I feel like there's quite a few characters with more potential than them. Do I think they're one of the stronger characters? Yeah, for sure. But I feel like there's a lot of stuff that some other swordsmen have, such as Roy and Chrom, for example, that might make those characters even better. To talk about Roy and Chrom next, their nairs actually link into each other even more. Because of their fall speed, when you hit a nair, you could just do nair, 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 and then just like fair, fair, and you can get like 30-40 damage off of like combos just from hitting them at 0. That's something Marth and Lucina don't really have, and I feel like that's really a really strong combo starter at low percents. I also think that Marth and Lucina's down throw is not as good as Roy and Chrom's throw combos in this game at the lower percents. So we'll see who ends up being better in the long run. I'm actually slightly feeling like Roy could be the best swordsman, because I feel like his falling speed was a bigger problem in Smash 4 when there was a lot of grab combos and specific combos that like destroyed him. But I feel like a lot of them are gone this game, and the movement speed would benefit Roy. So I'm thinking he might be better, but this is just early opinions. And Chrom has like the up B, which can kill fast, and he's different than Roy, and the tippers are better. So between Marth, Lucina, Roy, and Chrom, I'm not going to rule any out, but I don't really know who I'm going to use. Of course, I'll be better for Marth and Lucina in the beginning, but I'm not sure who's actually the best of them, to be honest. And then Falco, I found like pretty decently fun. I just don't know how good he is. Same with Wolf. I never really played Wolf in the other Smash games, but I like that he just has good up-close boxing. Feels like a worse version of Melee Fox, and he can also like out-camp people with his reflector and his shot. I don't really want to camp much, but like if they're camping, he can out-camp them and force them to fight him, and the fighting's pretty fun. So he's a pretty good play. He's a pretty fun playstyle. Pichu, I'm interested in more than Pikachu, mainly because I don't want to be just another boring Pikachu, and everyone's telling me to use Pichu because of my namesake. Pichu does have some benefits over Pikachu. Like a lot of his moves are stronger or more damaging. I think Pikachu's better overall, of course, because Pikachu's heavier and he has more range and he doesn't hurt himself, yada yada. But Pichu does have some benefits, like his agility and his small size. So I feel like I shouldn't rule him out. Sheik and Zelda, I never really care for Sheik in Smash 4, to be honest, so I'm probably not going to use her. I like her in Melee, though. Zelda, I think, has a lot of potential, but I'm not so sure. And I don't know how I feel about her up-close boxing yet. I'll have to give that more time. Bowser is someone that Salem told me I should try, so I'll consider it for that reason, specifically. Salem thinks I'm good with like the rushdown characters who are good at up-close boxing and stuff. Jigglypuff is pretty much a character I'm going to use for doubles, or consider for doubles, because I think Rest is just a really good mechanic. I think Rest is a really strong mechanic in doubles if you have the right partners. So that's something to consider. Not saying I'll definitely do it, but it's not something I rule out. In the same way that people are not going to stop bothering me about using Pichu, I'll probably try to learn Mewtwo only for the sake that I stop being bothered by other people. Young Link I hear is amazing, but I don't really feel like throwing projectiles all day because I don't feel like projectile-based characters are my style. I feel like characters with good up-close options, like just they can space and zone when you're in their face. I think those are usually the characters I tend to be better with, or tend to like more in Smash as a whole. So we'll see what happens. Ganon, I feel like is good outside recovery. But, you know, the recovery might get him bodied in certain matchups. So he's probably going to be better in doubles. So he's someone I would consider for doubles. He's also pretty fun to play, of course. Meta Knight, I actually didn't feel was that good, but everyone's telling me now that he's amazing because of certain combos that only work when you're not in tumble, by the way. So let me elaborate on that. I saw quite a few combos where you do like down throw, and then you do dash attack, and then they DI away. And then so now you're able to combo all these uppers in a tornado in certain situations. Well, did you know that that only works because they're not in, they can't DI when they're not in tumble? So, like, let's say you started that combo a little bit later, then they would start getting into tumble, where they can start doing things like DIing your up airs, for example, into a convenient spot. So I feel like those are very specific situations, similar to Smash 4, where you wanted to dash attack up air chain and up B, except, of course, that was even better. I feel like these are specific situations, and I personally feel like people are overreacting and overrating him at the moment. With that said, he's still going to be a strong character because he has multiple jumps to, like, get out of juggles, recover, maybe get off the ledge, I'm not sure yet. So he's able to get out of disadvantage because of multiple jumps and, you know, teleports and all that stuff. So I feel like those are good traits to have for the long run. I feel like those are more important than like a very specific combo that works when they're not in tumble, or you combo into tornado. But that's just my personal opinion. Of course, I was good with Meta Knight and Brawl, so someone I wouldn't rule out, obviously. Pokemon Trainer, I don't think any of the particular Pokemon are overpowered at all. And, like, not at all. However, I feel like being able to switch between them is going to make them strong. I feel like they're going to rely a lot on like switching between them. You get some invincibility when you do that, and you can pick and choose when you can use them. I feel like they're going to have a learning curve, but I feel like they could have more potential than most characters for sure. Being able to switch between them could allow you to escape certain like up throw up air combos or things that would only work by like a frame rate or two. They can like switch Pokemon, and now they have a mix up. That's just something strong to have in my opinion. Also, I feel like I like Charizard a lot in Smash 4. Ivysaur is good for camping. Squirtle's fast and up close, but he's really weak. So they all have different like strengths and weaknesses. So there's someone I think could be fun to play and one of the better characters. I was probably overrating them at first, but I still think they'd probably be high tier, most likely. We'll see how the game evolves though. Diddy, maybe not. Only because like I'm good at fighting, but as Zero's told me before, he thinks using bananas is like the main part. So I could try to learn the bananas, but I wouldn't find that as fun. There's so many other characters I'd rather try. I do think Diddy's very strong in this game, though. Speaking of how Pokemon Trainer had a learning curve, because there's a lot to learn, Shulk is a character I feel like I wouldn't rule out, and here's why. I'm pretty good with characters who are fast with a long sword you can space that's safe, as you've seen with like my history. Melee Marth, Brawl Meta Knight, and then even characters like 64 Kirby or Melee Sheik. It's always characters who have good range on their physical attacks. It's always like a repeating theme. Now, I haven't really used Shulk like at all in like Smash 4, for example. So I don't know anything about the Monado arts. So, I mean, if people wanted to try teaching me that, I would give the character a chance. Not saying I'm gonna definitely use them or not, but I'm definitely interested in being open-minded, especially during the early months of the game. So that's something to consider if people would actually teach me to like use their arts. So then I can be like, okay, they're off stage, go to jump, or okay, this is the percent situation, I should do this when I have a free moment, or like, you know, like just general tips that I can like consistently like learn over time. That's something I would consider, but learning a character that complex from scratch would obviously be very difficult, so I'm not sure about that. Cloud is, I think he's got way worse. Now people are saying, oh, it's not that bad. Well, as somebody who's actually used Cloud in Smash 4 for over half my playtime, I will tell you that I think he's so much worse that I would only consider him in doubles, mainly for like finishing touch. And that's even like a smaller sword, and it only lasts 15 seconds, so it's like I'm not even sure if he's the best doubles choice for me at this point. But there's a lot of stuff, like everything has gotten like less range, like down tilt doesn't combo, up air never kills. Everything actually just got worse, and all the little things, people would just be like, oh, it's just a little thing here, but guess what? All those little things add up to a giant hole. And I guess it's because other people, like, they don't main the character or use them as much as me, so they don't actually feel out all the differences. But as somebody who used Cloud in 4 all the time, I can feel out all these other differences, and there's many characters I feel like have a lot more potential in this game, at least for singles. Now, doubles is a different story, of course. I'm not going to rule him out for doubles. Inkling, I feel, is very strong, but they're just so strange that I'm not sure, like, how to reliably kill with them. And there's, like, I don't know how easy it is to land, like Roller, for example, seems like a good move for singles and doubles, especially doubles, but then it's like, how reliable is that? I'm not sure yet. I like a lot of their physical moves. Like, they have good aerials. I like how you can space the aerials and stuff, but I'm not sure how I'm like gonna get reliable kills. And yes, I get it, like use the ink and stuff, but like for example, splat bombs, am I only supposed to use that for ledge trapping? What about edge guarding? What about returning to the stage? Neutral, it seems like a waste of ink almost. Ridley is actually one of my favorite characters, but I feel like his recovery is holding him back a lot. Like the up B, I heard it starts on frame 37 or something. I don't know the exact number, but whatever it is, it's really slow. He might as well just air dodge to the ledge, because his air dodge is actually further than most people's air dodges to the ledge, and he kind of needs it. So I feel like Ridley's will have to air dodge to the ledge a lot. He doesn't really have a good down air. I feel like he's good up close. Like, he has decent boxing. He has decent range. Like, his neutral is really strong. His dash attack covers a lot of range fast. You can fireball into the dash attack. There's just a lot of stuff you can do on stage, and you have decent edge guarding. But his recovery, as I said, I feel like it's really going to hold him back. You can't really do that many angles. I already made a Ridley video before on my thoughts on him. But anyway, I feel like if this character gets the buffs I feel like he needs, I would reconsider him. But I feel like he still needs some buffs right now. Simon and Richter, however, on the opposite end of the spectrum, I feel are amazing characters. They're just like really projectile based, and I'm particularly not that good at like projectile based characters. But I'm good at like having good range, for example. But I also feel like their ledge trapping, everything I theorized about them in my old videos has seemed to be true. Their ledge trapping is actually ridiculous. You just throw this stupid little take this fire thingy-mabob at the ledge, and then if they normal stand, you just get bodied. If you roll into them, like it can work sometimes, but then like you're limited to just that option. Then you're rolling directly into them, and you can get bodied. Jumping is usually going to get you bodied and be in a bad spot. It's just I feel like they're literally the best character in the game at ledge trapping. And if they're somehow not the best in the game at ledge trapping, they're like easily top 5 at ledge trapping. But yeah, I feel like they're by far one of the stronger characters in this game. But I'm just not sure if the projectile-based playstyle is going to suit me. It's kind of like how Young Link, like I like having the sword in the range, but I'm not really big on like projectiles myself. We'll see if I'll be able to learn them. But in terms of how good I think they're amazing. I'm just not sure if they're for me yet. King K. Rool, I think is pretty fun. Definitely a character I'd consider. Although I feel like the recovery is going to be like hit or miss based on the character. However, King K. Rool is going to have his own good traits. For example, his down B is a reflector who can reflect projectiles back at them. And he also has a crown and cannonball. So he's one of the better projectile-based games. So if someone's trying to camp him out with projectiles, they're going to eventually learn that he has multiple tools to fight that. Normally a big character can't handle that, but I think King K. Rool can handle the projectile-based style. So he's going to be like really hit or miss with matchups. Like, okay, like how well can this affect the edge guarding, or how well can he recover against them, or how well can he handle the neutral based on like do they have projectiles or not, and a lot of other factors. Yeah, this game's going to have a lot of counter picks and stuff. Isabelle's the character I don't think it's like amazing or anything. I feel like she's mainly for trolling and just having fun. And last we get to Incineroar, and I feel like that might be possibly my favorite character to play in terms of like just enjoying the character. I'm hoping I don't think he's top tier by any means. However, I do think he's really fun to play. I think he's going to be really good in doubles. If he gets buffed, I might just main him in the future. We'll see what happens. It's really fun to just hit people super hard. Like you counter a move and then you hit him, and then like that up close, like landing his moves just feel fun. I can't really explain it. It's just a satisfying feeling when you land his moves. And he's a character that I feel like, as the balance patches happen, if he was to like become like even better, or like right now I feel like he's kind of average. But if he ever to become amazing, I would probably like highly consider maining him. Right now I'm highly considering him for doubles especially. But he's also very enjoyable for me to play because he feels fun. And then we get to the Miis that no one ever talks about. I have not explored the Miis much, but keep in mind there was a point in time in 2015 where I wanted to main the Mii Brawler back when customs were allowed. Because when you can pick moves that aren't crappy, so you can like pick what up B, side B, like all the B moves, you can pick which ones you want, and you can make your own moveset, and I feel like that should be allowed again. I feel like because we didn't have customs, people are like, oh, then Mii shouldn't have customs either. But I don't think they're like amazing to the point that like, oh, you should ban Mii. Like I feel like Mii should be like just unbanned clearly. Like they should definitely be unbanned and just allowed to use whatever moves they want. Like none of them are broken anymore, to my knowledge. But I actually like the Mii Brawler's playstyle specifically a lot. So I would consider those characters. I just feel like I would get a lot of hate and backlash for that because a lot of people seem to have this agenda where it's like not cool to use a Mii or something for whatever reason, which I feel like is kind of stupid. But otherwise, I would highly consider the character because I used the brawler a lot in Smash 4, and I like the character. And then Gunner might even be better. It feels like a better version of Samus. So the Gunner feels straight up just better version of Samus at the moment, assuming the game never changes, which obviously there's going to be patches, which hopefully they're smart enough to fix characters like Samus and especially Ridley. Anyway, those are pretty much the characters I'm thinking of at the moment. I'm going to try to play them all in some capacity just for the sake of having fun and, you know, streaming on Twitch and just YouTube videos and all that stuff. But those are the characters I particularly like more. Do I think those are the best characters? No. There's a lot of characters I think just are amazing. Peach, Daisy, whatnot. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they suit me the best. I want characters that I enjoy playing and characters that I think I won't get bored with and would suit me. So yeah, thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe for more future content. We're going to upload a lot more future content, like constantly. And make sure you hit the bell. So yeah, see you guys around.